Street Money Magazine, it's your boy Donk, man, the heart of the streets, the talk of the streets, you already know what it do. Seeing the 180 in transaction, man, I am the talk of the streets, man. God is real. Shout out to God. Let's get it.
God, yeah, this real life movement to meet you, man.
92.7 The Block, you rocking out with the new kid. As stated earlier, I have some special guests in the building. It's the Chewy takeover in full effect right now. I got JayWay Sosa in the building. I also have a legendary gentleman in the building. Go let them know who I got in here.
It's your boy Donk, man. Real life movement worldwide. What's up, Charlotte? You already know what it is, man.
We in here today talking about the Stop the Violence campaign in wake of everything that went down at Northlake, RP Lil Donk. We're taking action to it. Stop the violence.
Correct.
Let's talk about it a little bit.
Oh man, for me it's personal. It's personal from a standpoint of like I'm from the struggle. Like I'm one of the faces of the struggle. Like I'm real. You know what I'm saying? But my real stand for something different. I realize every attack loses. Cause I beat the game. I'm one of the ones beat the game and it's a good ending after my movie. You know what I'm saying? So like this kind of it became personal with me when I saw my timeline and everybody saying R.I.P. Don't. I'm thinking like,
it's you.
You know,
I'm here.
They be putting the rumors out like Don't dead and all. But once it became somebody real, and because I did a video up here, bro, and I got word that bro was in there. And you know, Chuck reached out and his mama hit me like, look, we don't really got it, but could you come speak? Man, I'm a real one. One call, that's all. Look, let's go. So, you know, I'm here. Let's get it.
We also got JayWay Sosa in the building. Everybody in Charlotte knows who JayWay Sosa is. What does the Stop the Violence campaign mean to you?
I mean, it mean everything, because in the end, we all doing this over nothing, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? When it come down to it, everybody need to make their priorities. You need to set your priorities on a higher level. You're just doing things out here just because of what you might see somebody else doing, being followers. Nobody want to be a leader, put down a gun. Nobody want to be a leader and go ahead and just pretty much chase their dream, follow their heart, and do exactly what they want to do. You always got to look at perception. Perception is the main thing that keep us back from everything that we've been doing. You just got to break out of this. Let your pride be out the way, man.
Well, that's what we got to do. We got to jump right back into the countdown in at number 45. Get ready for it.
Yo.
Okay, you good.
All right.
Check, check, check. Yo.
You perfect. Chat. Y'all ready? Oh, can y'all do me a favor? There's a light switch right behind you. 92.7 The Block. You rocking out with your boy Chewy, and I have a special guest, two special guests in the building. Go let them know who I have in here.
And it's your boy Donk, man. Real life movement worldwide, man. You already know what it is. What up, Charlotte?
It's your boy JayWay Sosa, man. Mr. Itch Together, you already know.
What's going on, fellas?
Oh man, I'm just doing what I do, man. Go from state to state. Been blessed to go all around the world and impact lives, man. So this is just another venue for me, another stop for me. I'm in them trenches, man. Like I'm really changing lives in them trenches, man. So, you know, this is another stop for me in Charlotte, a tragic accident. I'm just trying to shed life and bring everybody together.
Now let's talk about how you got influenced into doing what you're doing now.
If you may know, man, I just come off had a music career, man. Like Boosie, that's my brother. It's my main man, and you know, I had a music career, and what brought me to Charlotte, I did some work up here before. Did a couple features, videos, and you know, I was eating, and in the midst of all that, God just grabbed me, man, and changed my life. And so now it's like I'm in the struggle, but for the right way, and I show them how to beat the game, man. So I got a movement called Real Life Movement Worldwide, a new label, Real Life Music Group. But what I'm doing is just showing the difference to where you could beat the game. You ain't gotta kill up each other. You ain't gotta be this big dope dealer to make it. Like, you could really own businesses. After being convicted, I had life plus 90 years, been shot all up. You know, I'm known all around the world as being a real one. So like, I'm really kind of the face. Like, I got a prayer line that I do every Saturday called Wake Up and Pray that generates hundreds of people. I just come off the Dr. Dollar show, which airs Sunday. Y'all make sure y'all check that out on BET. Your World with Creflo. I'm a special guest on there, man. So it's just been God, man. It ain't been me. Like he just using me to the struggle, to the people that, if Donk could change, anybody could
Anybody
change.
can change.
Straight up, it's no realer than that. So here I am, man. I got a call from uh, Daquan Donk's mom. I never met him personally. I heard that he was on my video shoot when I came, and it kind of touched me seeing somebody with the same name as me get killed like this. So like when I got the call from mom, it was a no-brainer. Like that's what I do. I don't need no money. I'm not in it for the money. I'm here to make a change. Send me to the slums. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So here I am, man. Charlotte, here I am, man. Stay tuned. This is it.
Also talking with JayWay Sosa. Me and JayWay was talking about the Stop the Violence campaign that he's now behind.
Yeah. Yeah, we just trying to get to the youth, man, just to make sure that everybody out here just know and understand that we all need to walk this thin line together. It don't make any sense to just keep on knocking each other off, because it really don't get you nowhere. I mean, I already know everybody don't have their talk with their parents when they tell them, just living that life, you either gonna end up in jail or in prison. I mean, in jail or dead. You know what I'm saying? And it just come down to it. It's real. That's reality. We grow up and we got more responsibility. We start having kids. You know what I mean? We got more to live for than just to be out here just taking each other out. And I just want to get that to everybody. Stop the violence. I mean, what is we doing it for? You understand? It's just nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just falling for nothing.
Now, we also talked about the walk that you plan on putting together. What has inspired you to put that together?
Well, actually, to be honest, I mean, it's sad to say, but the event that happened at North Lake, you know what I'm saying, it actually triggered me to go ahead and just start this walk, you know what I mean? And I actually was just saying, like, I know we can get the whole city out to do this because, I mean, who wouldn't want to start the vibe? Who don't want to go ahead and just do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? If you really level-minded, you really trying to go ahead and just pretty much, you know what I'm saying, do the right thing, just come on out here. We're going to have this walk, and it's going to be about a 2K walk. And I actually don't have a plan to tell you exactly about it yet, but we will be back on air to let you know about this soon.
Now, Donk, when you see situations like this occur inside the community, what do you think is the best way to respond back to it?
I think the best way to respond is to don't turn like a cold shoulder to what the youth going through, because it's real important with the youth because they our future. So like when you get brothers like him and myself that's willing to be like, let's put a walk together, because it have to start somewhere. It have to start somewhere. It could start as far as like coming into this radio station, man. Shout out to y'all for even, some people don't even want to be involved with change because they feel like that's gonna close the door on them for a lot of things. But it starts somewhere. So I think that it's real important to the people that's in the struggle who got the muscle to let's come together. Let's put differences to the side and let's make a difference because we all got kids now that it's going fake.
Right.
Like you said, you've succeeded the rap game.
Right.
You've accomplished what a lot of people have not even touched levels to. You did what you had to do in the rap game. Now you're on to, it seems as though a more prosperous life, a happy life, and you, like you said, you're owning in businesses. You're expanding your mind, where a lot of people get so stuck in the hood mentality. You know what I mean? I lived in Newark, New Jersey. I lived in a very heavily ganged area, and I can understand. I understand everything you're saying right now because some people get so caught up with those couple of blocks, with what this person's saying about them, what this person not saying about them. Everybody gets so caught up in the wrong thing. You don't even understand, like, hey, there's so much growth outside this one situation that you're not even capitalizing on. Correct. Like a lot of people go their whole lives on renting buildings when the key is to buy the land.
Yeah, right,
you want to own it, and I feel as though taking the situation that has happened, let's continue to open up eyes. Let's continue to make our community, our world, because it doesn't start with the politicians. It starts with the community. It starts with what we do first. So for y'all gentlemen to even come up here and contact me, I'm very happy for it. My arms are very open for it. This is my first time I go round on radio. So I'm still learning how radio moves and whatnot, but I understand everything you say. And
it's real, man, because it's like, that's just like in the desert. A flower can't grow in the desert. And a lot of times our hoods be our deserts. I never understood or even knew there was a life like I'm living right now, because I'm from the slum, I'm from the street. All I knew was iron slanging and getting it in. You know, just so happened Boosie made it rapping and well, we got a chance to go around the world, but I'm from the slums of the slums. Some of my partners never made it out. So for me to see a whole nother way, I understand that it's way bigger than what we see. But we gotta allow yourself, because your reputation is only who the world tell you are.
Right.
Like, we were born to be kings and queens, and like we were born to be above average. We were born to be great. But we get caught up in this box, the killing and the drug and
That perception.
and it's only smoke and mirrors, man.
Right.
Like I saw so much in the industry. It's only smoke and mirrors, man.
Now, what do you feel as though you see a young artist like JayWay coming up right now, and JayWay has one of the biggest movements in North Carolina, period, right now. What do you feel as though could be some of the best advice you could give him on being a leader?
First of all, like, you have to know that you're gonna always be a leader amongst leaders. And a leader must be willing to learn from other leaders. And first of all, it starts with positive. Because if not, if everybody gonna kill up each other.
Right.
So you gotta allow your movement to be able to lead the next one that's coming along. But you can't let them miss the struggle part of it either. Because a lot of times what we do is people think like, well, okay, Donk, you ain't boosting them on air, well, but we went through the struggle to get there. Like, we lost some homeboys, man. We lost some lives, man. We lost a whole lot to get there. It's bigger than just seeing the Instagram picture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It take that dedication. It take that feeding the homeless. It take that, because the blessings go come back to you. It take that somebody might not have all their money for to get a verse. So you gotta sacrifice just to help them though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It take that. We done been there, so it take that. Don't never get on that high horse and feel like you can't get knocked down. Because 9 times out of 10, most of the ones you seeing on the TVs, man, it's smoke and mirrors. Like, they really, you know, they not there. Like, I'm fortunate one to where I was on the screen. I'm on the screen now, but I'm really in the slums.
Right.
So it ain't like I'm leading the kids wrong. I'm able to show them what's right, what's
You can make
wrong.
something positive.
I can make something positive out of it.
I also want to give a big shout out to Chuckie. You know what I mean? Chuckie has
Shout out
been
to Chuck, man.
he's been very influential in Charlotte. Everybody's seen his growth from where he first started at.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And he's constantly for the Charlotte community. He's constantly for growth.
That's one thing that man. Hey man, since I met that dude, he loved his city. Straight up,
But
bro.
it takes people such as these guys, JayWay, Chuckie, bringing the community together for positive awareness. A lot of people, the only positive thing they want to take away from something is putting on a show in front of an audience when your meaning is bigger than that.
Right.
You know what I mean? People may respect you for that 3-minute, 4-minute song, but because of that song, they respect you as a person even more. And they follow your movements. They see how you dress. They see how you talk to people. They see how you handle yourself. And the better you do it, the easier you making it for them to be a better person. You know what I mean? A lot of people that now listen to music, they get so caught up in it that to them that's the only thing there. And that's the only thing they understand. But when you have gentlemen such as yourself that come in here and continue to enlighten the community, continue to enrich the community, you know, it's making Charlotte our Charlotte.
Correct.
It's not making it just, oh, Charlotte is a big market, so what? We're taking an identity on it. And I have nothing but the gratitude. I can't continue to keep saying that because it seems as though this is what's been missing. And it sucks that an unfortunate situation has happened. But how are we going to counteract it? How are we going to continue to tell our youth, hey, you know, the situation happened. Let's take what we have learned from it. Let's grow.
Right.
And let's help each other get to another level. If one person's back is down, let's support them. Because we don't know what goes on in people's head. A lot of people won't tell you what goes on in their head. But if you talk to them, you may have just took a whole stress off their whole life. You know what I mean? That someone else couldn't do. Because they don't know how to express themselves.
Just one key thing that he said is we have to stress that the youth are the future. You know what I mean? They are the future. In the end, you know. So if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, pretty much when it come down to it, being a good example, you know what I'm saying, is gonna help somebody else's life, you feel me, then that's what you need to do. You don't need to be worried about that perception, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people out here that are stuck where they at because they, you know what I'm saying, gave up because of some perception, you know what I mean? Just pretty much worried about what somebody else was thinking, you know what I mean? And that'll hold you in the box. We gotta get that out of everybody's mind, you know, shooting it up, bang, bang, that's not all what it's about. It's not what it's about. It's about growing up, taking care of your family, getting that responsibility made up, that you got priorities and that you got things to do, and everything that you got to do it means something. You know what I mean? No, we're not out here for nothing. You know what I mean? You just got to find your purpose. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to it, the youth are the future, and we all got to stand up and walk this thin line together. Like I said, it makes a lot of sense. Just think about it. How we gonna walk it together? We pushing each other out. We can all get in line and do it together.
And I feel as though, and Donk, you could comment on this as well. You know, I feel as though with our community, we let money determine our feelings. We let that dollar determine how we look at people, how we treat people, whether if not in our back of our heads we may be like, yo, we need this $100. You know, and that's the only thing our mind is set on. It changes how we treat people. Correct. It changes how we treat ourselves. You know, what is the best outlook you could say to handle a situation like that with our community?
I think where it's really messed up is like where the word says that you can't have two gods. If you make money your God, that means that anything comes along those lines of you getting this money, you go do it. Meaning that you would turn from a person that you know you really not. You'll become cutthroat to your friends, your fans. You'll do anything for money. You become different. The person that you were created to be, you wouldn't be that no more. You become whatever it is for you to get this dollar, that's who you become. And that's where the cutthroatness come in and play it. And that's what everything was dealing with money. If you don't have no kind of morals before you get the money, cause when you see a person that get rich, and you be like, man, that person acting funny, man. He done got blew up. You don't even hear from him no more. No, he was like that before. He just ain't had all the money like that. He just became he just became a worse cutthroat dude once he got a bigger check. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's money can't be first now. We understand that you know, bills gotta be paid. You know, that's but you must have your character in line 1st. Mm-hmm. You must know to where, you know, hey, I'm not about to let no money change me. Like I say, I can only be transparent about myself. Like, I come all the way. I'm not from Charlotte, but my heart here. Ever since I come here, what got me to where I came, they was like, you know, man, it's really a no-fly zone. You don't see too many artists come like the way I came. I'm in the slums. I'm in the project. Because that's where my people at. Mm-hmm. Like, don't put me away from the people, man, and put me in these 5-star hotels. And I come here for the struggle. And so it all makes sense and it's full circle now to where I'm good on the money side. But I ain't letting that change my outlook that I need to, my perception of the struggle need me. So I'm one call away, and the youth is so important, man. That's why I brought one of our artists, Lil Rance. Like, he was just on Sunday's Best with Yolanda Adams and stuff, and he 13. He a phenom. So I got his mom to put, you know, let him sing at the funeral. What that gonna do is show somebody that might be 13 or something.
That I could do
go
something.
See him go crazy and see. Mm-hmm. So that's why I wanted to jumpstart. You know what, Charlotte? Look, I ain't even from y'all city. I'm gonna give y'all a challenge. Cause my thing is, I'm going from city to city, challenging the realest person in that city to do something positive. Let's see then. I'm with you. I'm gonna get in your trenches with you. Let's see. So that's why I commend.
Well, I think you off to a good start with Chuckie, who is heavily into the streets. Correct. And when I mean into the streets, I mean heavily respected. Correct. A lot of people respect what Chuckie has to say. Same way a lot of people respect what JayWay has to say. You know.
Big ups to my boy Chuckie, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting us in here to make sure that we talked about this, man, for real.
I'm definitely glad that this has taken place. I feel as though anybody that's watching, listening to anything that was just said, if they wasn't moved by it, it's because you're not listening correctly. Right. You know, and I could sit here and ramble all day, all night, but I think you guys just hit it right on the head. You know,
what it
and
is,
I
man.
appreciate both of you guys coming here because I was in the crib chilling. I was like, man, what's going on? You know what? Let's make it happen because I felt as though that it was my purpose to be here.
And that's what he do, man. Like, my thing is, man, I want to see all us together in every city, putting our heads together at the big old round table and eating, making sure our kids eat, making sure they kids sit up straight, showing them about 401 plan, showing them about 501c. You know, just sitting
One
down.
hand washes another,
Yes,
but we
that's
got
what
to
it's
continue.
supposed to be.
We have to continue to educate each other without being selfish.
Yes.
And I feel as though that's the biggest part. Everybody wants to have the Bentley, the big house, and this and that. You know, you gotta understand that those are fabricated goals.
Right.
You know, those aren't realistic. Not saying they're not realistic and can't happen, but you know, those are the goals that other people are setting you up for.
Right.
You know, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know, I want my goal to be this.
Correct.
And I want it to be a realistic goal. And whatever that goal is, achieve it. But make sure that it's a good moral goal. Make sure it's something that your family can look back on and say, hey, I'm proud of this guy for doing it.
One of the biggest things I heard real talk when I was on live and I was on Facebook, you know, they got the new going live or whatever. I asked everybody, I said, what's your New Year's resolution? And somebody told me, they say they want to be a better them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a better me this year, you know what I'm saying? And that right there, that was just pretty much one of the most realistic goals, you know what I mean, ever, you feel me? That's just the first step to pretty much stepping towards being a better you. Just, you know, understand that you got things to work on, you know what I mean? So, you know, ain't nobody out here perfect, you know what I mean? And we all understand that. We all got what it is that we are, that's good, what it is that we good at, we all got that, you know what I'm saying? We just got to find it, find yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just be out here. Don't just sit there and just sit back, you know what I mean, and let time pass by, you know what I mean? Just keep striving and doing what it is that you love and doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Be a better you.
And also, what I want to say is, I want to share an experience that I had with an artist, Big Sean, one of my favorite artists. He was going through a breakup with the girl Ariana Grande. It was all on the National and TMZ and whatnot. And I asked him, I said, how do you deal with the hate? How do you deal with so many people talking negative about you? And you know what he said? I don't pay attention to it.
Right.
It doesn't merit anything. And I feel as though we have to take that philosophy and incorporate it in our community, because I feel as though in our urban community that other people that don't live in it, that don't understand it, in that community, we so caught up on what the next person thinks and what the next person says. Guess what? They could do and say all they want. They could talk all they want. It doesn't affect how I feel about myself and how I feel about what I'm doing about the direction I'm going in life.
Correct.
You know, and I feel as though we gotta continue to enrich each other. We gotta
And that's
continue
real,
to
man,
grow.
because I tell my kids, man, if they can't put breath and take breath out of your body until they become that big and that good, you don't worry about what they say. Keep pushing.
As DJ Khaled would say, the key to success is growth.
It's growth, man. So, man, I'm excited, man. I'm happy for that, y'all to have me here, for me to be the face. You know, this is what I do, man. So, I get a thrill out of this, man, because I know I'm going to save 1, 2, 3, 4. I know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, God get all the glory, man. This ain't me, it's God.
Well, before we let you guys get out of here, man, go ahead, please let the people know your social media, your website, anywhere that they can reach you, follow up on you on, you know, because I know a lot of people that watching the interview right now that may not know your website.
Right.
Or
I'm on Instagram, Donk's Real Life, DONKS, Donk's Real Life. On my Facebook is Carver's Web, Real Life Movement. My Twitter is I am Donk. My website is www.reallifemovement.com. Reallifemovement.com. And make sure y'all watch BET this Sunday, January the 3rd. I will be the guest on Your World with Creflo Dollar, man. It's your boy Donk. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all.
Real life movie. Y'all already know to find me, JayWay Sosa, JayWay space Sosa, SOSA. So you type that in on your social media network, Facebook, Twitter, on Instagram, you'll find me. You feel me? But we definitely gonna have this walk back to y'all. We will be live back on air to let y'all know more about that. So stay tuned for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like that.
Nah, go ahead.
Just like that, it's been a pleasure having you guys here. I think this is like my first community talk. I think that's why I'm gonna start naming segments like this. Community talks with Chewy. I think
great, man.
I think it sounds very fitting, and it sounds like
whenever you need me,
something the
man,
company,
I'm one call away.
City
man.
needs. So
Believe
definitely,
We
I
gotta come
appreciate
together,
y'all.
Charlotte. Let's do it.